Do you have a question about the Walt Disney World 2027 free dine and drinks offer? Well, don't worry, my name's Martin. I'm from Orlando Insider and I'm going to be answering as many of those questions as I can. I'm on the walkway in between Magic Kingdom and Grand Floridian at the moment, so let's crack on with some of your questions. Do I have to book a hotel and ticket package to get the free dining offer? Quite simply, yes. If you just book tickets, you know, because you're staying off site or something like that, then Disney aren't going to give you a load of free dining, which is worth a lot more than the ticket. And likewise, if you just book the hotel, it's the ticket that makes it a package. So pretty simple. If you just book one of them, you won't get it. If you book both of them together on those selected dates, then yes, you'll get it, and you'll get the free dining package depending on which hotel you stay at. Okay, nice and easy. Which specific Disney resorts are excluded from the free dining offer? Basically, pretty much all of them are included. There's some different sort of room types and things like that. If it is a Disney Vacation Club, so that's something like Saratoga Springs, Old Key West, or some of the, maybe at the deluxe hotels where they have the DVC sections as well. Those are a bit trickier to book because they don't become available to book so far in advance. Now, if you do want to stay at those, now probably won't be able to book them, you know, a year, 18 months in advance, looking at sort of closer to the time. So what we do for the people that we book is that we generally book them into another hotel, similar kind of one, so you're still getting like the dining plan and things like that. So maybe book them into Animal Kingdom Lodge, but actually they want to stay at Saratoga Springs, Old Key West, something like that. And then closer to the time, we can then keep checking the availability to see when something sort of comes up and we can see about switching you over. So yes, you can change over, you can change your accommodation, things like that. That's what we always kind of recommend, sticking with the same equivalent kind of one. So if you are planning on moving over to a DVC, a Disney Vacation Club resort, those ones will have the free table service dining plan. So I'd always recommend booking one of the deluxe hotels in its place as like a placeholder. Don't worry, when you book with us at orlandoinsider.co.uk, we'll explain it and we'll do all the heavy work and things like that, changing you over, so don't worry about that. Does the free dining offer apply to every person in the booking, including children? Anyone who is 3 years old and above is included, okay? Under 2 or 2s and under, it's not included for the simple fact of they haven't paid for a park ticket. So the room costs the same whether there's 1 or 4 people in the room. That makes no difference whatsoever to the room cost. The change in difference is that when you are 0, 1 or 2 years old, you don't pay for a park ticket. Now, if you really want the food, you could in theory, I mean, if you want, you know, there's no point in paying for a park ticket just to get free dining plan, to be perfectly honest. How much does your 2-year-old actually eat? So give you an example, you know, a kid's quick service meal is $7 to $9. Whereas adding them on as a ticket would be up to sort of £650. So there's, you know, they're not going to be, it's not worth it. Plus also, if you go to a buffet, for example, so you've got a table service meal and you go into a buffet, the great thing is that they can eat for free. So why would you pay for them? So Disney are not only letting them get into the theme park for free, let them stay with you for free, they're letting you in a buffet eat for free as well. So which is pretty cool. If you go into like a quick service restaurant, to be honest, an adult quick service meal is big enough for you and a toddler, generally. So it is for me. So I think it's kind of big enough. Are gratuities for table service meals included, or do you have to pay for them separately? Okay, so this is the big one. So your meal is included, the gratuities are not. So the meal and taxes are included, but the meal is not. So if you went to, for example, Garden Grill, which off the top of my head I believe is $65, and so that would be covered under one table service credit. Now say for example you had a cocktail that was $20, you've had $85 worth of food and drink. That's covered, the taxes are covered, It's just the gratuities. So you would get the bill, it would come off, and then they would give you the thing underneath to say, your equivalent, how much you would have spent. If it was the different amount, so sort of 18%, it would then work it out there. You can then leave card, cash, charge it back to the room, but you are expected to tip. Let's not get started on the tipping culture and things like that here. But basically, yes, you are expected to tip, to pay for staff, etc. So, yes. What's the difference between the quick service and table service dining plans in the offer? We've got a much better video all about this. So I'll tell you what I'll do is I'll put the link to this video at the end of this video, and then it explains all the kind of differences between what's a quick service meal, what's a table service meal, really easily. A quick service meal is anything that I would say is a tray kind of meal. So anything where it's delivered to you on a tray, it's given to you on a tray, you go and pick it up on a tray, where you have to do some of the legwork. That is quick service meal. A buffet, something where someone brings something to you and they come and take your order from you, that is a table service. Okay, so there are some which are table service delivery, which are quick service meals, but you still go and order, and then they bring it over to you. Okay, so yeah, it's slight kind of difference in that. Can I upgrade my dining plan if I'm staying at a resort that only includes quick service? Yes, you can. So if you wanted to upgrade to the Disney dining plan, or even the really stupid, the crazy kind of deluxe dining plan, if literally all you're going to do is spend all day eating in table service restaurants, you can do. There's a couple of questions you kind of need to ask yourself. Is it worth paying the extra to do the upgrade? Will you eat in a table service restaurant every single day? It's also, the other thing to think about is, because you are basically exchanging one of your quick service meals and changing it into a table service meal, is think about how much extra that's actually going to cost you if you just sort of paid for it kind of outright. But again, when you book Visit Orlando Insider.co.uk, what your Orlando guru will go through these kind of things and ask you those kind of questions as to, whether we think it's a good idea for you to upgrade. It's not always a good idea. Okay. Are there specific dates that are not included in the 2027 free dining promotion? Yes, there's a couple of different dates. Basically, it doesn't include Easter, which you wouldn't want to come at Easter, it's really, really busy. It doesn't include Christmas. Yet again, it's extremely busy here at Christmas. And it also doesn't include a little bit of October, but it does include October half term, so you're fine for it. As long as you were here on that check-in day, even if it's the last day of the offer, you can still get the offer. You just need to check in before that date, okay? Likewise, if you check in and the date hasn't started, but it starts halfway through, it doesn't matter. It's the check-in date. That's the only one that counts, okay? How do I actually redeem the meals once I'm in the parks? So a couple of different ways of doing it. If it's basically, you'll get a magic pass, or if you buy a magic band, you can have one of those. What you will then do is you'll then tap to pay for that. So if you're at if you're buying a snack or something like that, it's nice and easy, just tap and then away you go. If you are having a quick service meal, if you're doing it on the mobile app, you can click to say that you want to use your credits. It will automatically try and use credit anyway, so that's fine. If you're paying for it, as in going up to the cashier and paying for it, nice and easy, you can just pay for it that way. If you're at a table service restaurant, you just tell them, you should ask you anyway, are you on the Disney dining plan? Say yes, and then they will tap one of your magic bands, and you only need one magic band or one magic pass for the entire room. They basically just take it off. All of the credits are lumped together, so it's not this is John's, this is Mary's, this is Sam's. They're all lumped together in one pot in the room. So if you let your kids tap whatever they want and they decide to go and spend all the snack credits on bottles of Coke or whatever, it's not just allocated to them, it's allocated across the room. Does the free dining offer work if I book my flights and hotel separately? So basically, Disney don't really care if we book the flights, or if you book your flights yourself, if you've got Avios points or whatever. It's the hotel and the tickets need to be done together. The rest of it, if you stay at Universal, all that kind of stuff, Disney don't care. That's the only thing that you need to do to activate the thing. And the last one, is there a minimum requirements, number of nights to stay to qualify for the free dining offer? Yes, there is. Basically, you need to stay for at least 5 nights and add on those tickets, so either a 7-day ticket or a 14-day ticket, and that will cover you basically. So a minimum of 5 nights. So hopefully I've answered most of your questions. If not, either leave a comment below and we'll try and answer some more questions in future videos, or get in touch with us at orlandoinsider.co.uk. And like I said, here's the video for the free dining offer. Hopefully we'll answer some more questions, let you know a little bit more about what we do here at Orlando Insider to make sure you have a completely awesome Orlando adventure. Thanks for watching. Bye.